Hey there, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Amiyrah, and I love to talk about living a life of fun. And I give my hacks, tips, and tricks on how you can do that and not waste time on things you don't want to do, but spend more time doing the things you want to do. All right, so today we're going to be talking about some of my favorite things ever, and that's making a list and checking things off and getting things done right at the beginning of the month so you have more time to do whatever you want. I love this. So I call this your 15 things. So these are 15 things that you need to do at the beginning of every month. I teach this every single month, especially on my social media. I remind all of my family over there, my community, which is full of women, that we need to make sure we're doing our 15 things. Please excuse the car going by. We need to do our 15 things. So I remind them the first few days of the month to get those done. And I'm telling you, I get testimonials all over the place of women who are like, I'm so glad you encouraged me to do that thing right at the beginning of the month because things got crazy, or I got to relax more. So here I am on YouTube teaching it to you now. All right, so let's hop right in. First thing that you need to do, I know you hear this everywhere, especially if you follow like frugal accounts and you follow frugal and financial blogs and all of that. They tell you to make a budget. So I'm going to be boring, and I'm gonna put the most boring one at the beginning. Make a budget. If you haven't made one, please do so, especially right at the beginning of the month, because it is an easy way to tell you where you can spend money. That's how I always see budgets. They just tell us where we can spend money. They don't tell us that we can't spend it. They tell us this is where you can spend as much money as you want, but let's keep it within that particular amount of money that you're putting on the budget. So make sure that you're doing your budget right at the beginning of the month. If you already have a set budget for every month, just review it. So give it like 5 minutes of you reviewing what the budget is for the month, what may be coming up that you're gonna have to pay for, and make sure that's taken care of. All right, the second thing that you need to do is you wanna check your pantry. Just check it. I just want you to open up the cabinets, look on the shelves, maybe go look at the things you might be storing in the basement and see what you actually have on hand before you do anything else that month. So don't go grocery shopping yet. Check the pantry, see what you have, see what you may be lacking that you might want to add to your grocery list for this month. It's very, very important that you do this. I say check the pantry, but I want you to check your fridge too, check your freezer, check those places where you have food so that way you'll know what you need to eat up or what you need to stock up on for the month. All right, number 3, I want you to now make your grocery list. Now that you see what's in the house, now that you see what you need to eat up, now that you see, oh my gosh, we have peanut butter but no jelly, make your grocery list. Now you know what you need to buy because you've looked at everything in your house. And it helps you save money when you do this because you're not double buying things because you didn't take the minute to look, but now you can literally sit down, make your list. If you're like me, you make your list in the order of the store that you shop. So you're making sure you're getting the things that you need to get. But now is the time to make your grocery list. Okay, number 4, you're gonna pay the first round of bills. Now, I like to say first round of bills. A lot of people just say pay your bills. But a lot of us don't have our bills come out right at the beginning of the month. Some have end of the month. Some have it come out sporadically during the month. So this is when I say anything that's due between the 1st and the 15th, this is when you should be paying that off, okay? And you can set a timer for yourself to pay the other bills that come in during the second half of the month. This is very helpful for people who may get paid every 2 weeks and not get paid weekly, because then you know, okay, 1st and 15th, whatever that first check is, I need to make sure I'm paying all the bills that are in that front load there. And then you can make a reminder to pay the bills that are in the back load of the month, okay? So pay the first round so you're at least on track for those and you'll feel better. You're like, okay, I got half of the bills done, or 2/3 of the bills are paid and I don't have to worry about it. So get those bills paid, at least the ones due before the 15th of the month. All right, number 5, speaking of bills, it's time to save. So you need to pay yourself some money. You got to put a little something over into savings. I don't push a percentage because it depends on what's going on in your life. It depends on how much you can save, but many save 10% of whatever check is coming in. Sometimes that's too much for people. So if it's 5%, 2%, whatever it is, you still need to pay yourself. So pay yourself something. Put something in savings. It's just so helpful to have. I know a lot of people do the emergency fund. We still do that in our house. We start off with $1,000 and then you start building from there. If you don't have debt, if you have debt, you want to make sure that you're paying off your debt before you continue to build up that $1,000 to even more money. All right. But pay yourself something, okay? That's part of your bills. All right, number 6, you want to check your planner for your appointments. So I'm a planner girly. I have multiple planners for multiple things. I treat them like subject notebooks. So the house has a planner, work has a planner, every little subject in my life, not every little, but the big subjects in my life have their own planner. So check your planners, check inside your phone. Maybe you put dates into your phone, like appointments. Check everywhere where you usually will put appointments months out and see if you have any for this current month. So you're going to check and see, oh, what's coming up? Oh, shoot, I forgot. And this is the time. This is why you're going to do it at the beginning of the month. This is the time to reschedule things that you know you will not be able to make, okay? It's still early in the month. Hopefully the appointment isn't coming up too early and you can call and say, hey, I need to reschedule. Do you have any availability for this date that's better for you? So make sure this is something that you do at the beginning of the month. It's really important because you don't want something coming up last minute and you're like, oh gosh, I can't make that. And then sometimes they even charge you for missing appointments. So make sure you sit down, check your planners, check your electronic planners, whatever it is, and see what you have coming up for the month. Okay, number 7 is you're gonna order your needs and wants. Now, needs are the things that, you know, oh my gosh, I really need to buy more sanitary pads. We're running low. So this is the time to go, okay, I know I'm going to need them this month. So let me make sure I order them right now and get that done. You're also going to order your wants. What's something that you've had in a tab for maybe 4 months and you see in your budget that you can actually get it this month? Get the thing. I'm giving you permission. Buy the thing that you've been waiting for. This is probably one of my favorite exercises for people who are on a tight budget or have been on a tight budget in the past and you're trying to work your way out of that mentality of survival mode, is buy yourself something that you want. It doesn't have to be $1 million. It can just be that one thing that you had a tab open, or maybe you had it in the cart on Amazon or TikTok shop or wherever. Buy that thing. Just do it. So you're getting your needs, things that you absolutely need, toiletry items, anything that you're running out of, but then get a want or 2 if you can. All right, number 8, you're going to schedule a date with your significant other. I schedule my dates with my husband, and we're now in the role of, because this is one of my 15 things that I have to do at the beginning of the month, I always ask him on like the first of the month, hey, when are we gonna have a date? And sometimes the date is that day. We like have time and we're getting our date in, our first date of the month in at the beginning of the month. Sometimes it just works out like that. And then if we have subsequent dates for the rest of the month, they're just like icing on the cake. But we've gotten our time together, and now we're in like that little flow of that happening, of me going on the first or the second of the month, hey, when we gonna have a date? Do you have anything planned? Because sometimes he plans it and I'm like, oh, he's already has something planned, and then I can just add it to the calendar that I'm being taken out on a day he's already planned. But we're in the role of doing that now. So plan a date with your spouse, your significant other, your partner. It's so important. If you can only get one date in this month, that's still a date, okay? But make sure you're putting in effort to do that, because you don't want months and months to go by and then you guys realize, oh my gosh, we haven't been out together enjoying just each other's company in a long time, and that's not good. So this is a great thing to do at the beginning of the month, because again, you've already looked at your appointments, you've looked at the budget, so you're like, okay, this is what we can work with when we go on our date. You're gonna have the house fully stocked with food, so if you want to do a date night in, you can do that as well. Like by the time you get to step 8, you've done all the other things that will help you plan step 8 without stress. So please schedule a date with your spouse. All right, number 9 is kind of on the similar wavelength. You're going to schedule a date with your friends. Yes, you know those people that you go, oh my gosh, we haven't seen each other in a long time, and you're texting them every day, but you haven't actually seen them face to face and smiled in their face and laughed and had a coffee or gone out to brunch or gone to a museum together. Please date your friends. Please date your friends. Please date your friends. I'm going to say it over and over again. It's so important. Those relationships are just as essential as your partnership. You need to make sure that you're pouring in time with those people. So text your friends, say, hey, it's the beginning of the month. When are we going to hang out? And once you start getting into that flow as well, just like I said with my spouse and I, now they'll know. Now you'll all know. And at the beginning of the month, you'll all be like, all right, we got to schedule our friend date. What are we going to do this month? And it's so much fun because it's a way for you all to just try new things as well. But it's a reminder that those relationships are important too, and you should schedule time together. Quality time is really important when it comes to your friendships. So schedule time with your friends. All right, number 10 is to schedule your self-care time. Now, I differentiate between self-care and self-maintenance. Some people don't. So self-maintenance would be get your nails done, your toes done, all of that. And I think self-care is like spending time in the park, if that's a thing that de-stresses you, scheduling that yoga class that you loved but you haven't been back, or going to get the massage, which could be self-maintenance if massage therapy is actually part of your therapy. But if it's just something that you feel makes you feel luxurious, that's more self-care. See, that's how I differentiate it. Maybe I should do a video on how I separate those two. That might be an upcoming video. Let me know if you want that. I will totally do how I plan all of that and how it goes in my brain if you would like me to. But you need to schedule your self-care time. And you may have already scheduled it. I am now on the point where I schedule it way ahead of time. So when I go and do number 6, which is check your planner for appointments, I see that I've already scheduled my self-care items like 2 months ago. And I go, oh, well, guess what? I just did number 6 and I did number 10 all in one. So you'll probably get into the flow of that. And then again, it gets you into the flow of taking care of yourself. If you take the time at the beginning of the month, think it through. What do I really want to do for my self-care time? What can I do? Do I have the opportunity to go away or maybe spend a night at a hotel by myself and really, enjoy that time? This is the time that you get to do that. And it gets you in the flow of taking care of you in the future. All right. Number 11 is set a purge day. Yes, you should be purging your house, not just during spring cleaning time or fall cleaning. Once a month is really helpful because it helps you go around your area, your home, and see, okay, I'm not using this item. Am I going to start using it or do I need to let it go? And then you can let things go as you need to. Or it reminds you that you have that bag of clothes you're supposed to take to the thrift store to give to the thrift store and you've been putting it off. Let's set a purge date. Let's set a date and we're going to take care of it. Here's my bonus tip for the ladies out there. Set your purge day for a day during your luteal phase. So cycle syncing is really, really helpful. And once you cycle sync, you'll know when your luteal phase is. It's usually those like 7 to 10 days before your period starts. That's when we as women, our cycle pushes us to hyper focus and get stuff done. That's the week that we get stuff done. So if you set your purge day on during the week that you're going to get stuff done, you're actually going to purge. You're actually going to be discerning. You're going to go around your house and actually think analytically. Do I need this? I'm not using it. I can let it go. Or do I need this? Yes, I do need this because this is coming up and I will need it. It won't be as emotional. So please set your purge day during your luteal phase. That's my little secret. And it works. I've done it over and over again. It really works. All right. Number 12, set a homeowner to-do list day. So this is another one where you have your purge day and then you want to also get other things done. So you have your home to-do list. And I say homeowner because I'm a homeowner, but maybe you're in an apartment this still works. So what is that thing? What's that little project that you just keep putting off that you know you want to get done? Or what's that to-do list that you have? Start working on that. Again, if you can schedule that during your luteal phase, you'll actually get it done. I'm telling you, you'll actually get it done. It's like the perfect time to finally hang up that painting that you bought 3 months ago and it's still sitting on the floor. Or it's the perfect time to get out there and power wash. It's the perfect time to plant your new flowers for the spring and summer. Like, that's when you want to do those things on your to-do list. So you want to schedule the day you're going to do that and make sure you do it, okay? Next one, number 13, is to plan a family activity. Oh, I love this. This is one of my favorite things to do. We are a family of 5, and we have an adult child now, so we don't get to do as many family activities as we used to with all 5 of us. But if I can take the time and think at the beginning of the month when my adult child will have off of work and maybe we can do something together then it all works out. So that's what we now do. But when I say family, you don't have to have kids. Your family is whoever you live with. Your family is whoever you don't live with. Maybe they live somewhere else, but they are your family. Your family is your friends, your chosen family. But plan a family activity. The people you see as your family, plan something to do with them that month. So that way you all get together once a month and you just have fun doing something maybe new, exciting, or relaxing, okay? Now, number 14 is to adjust your cleaning schedule. Now, this is something that you may not have to do every single month, but it's good to think about it because as the weather changes, your cleaning schedule changes. We all know that. There are certain things that you'll all of a sudden be responsible for once the weather changes, or all of a sudden be responsible for during a month when there's a holiday. There are things in your cleaning schedule that may be added or taken away. So this is a good time to sit down and go, okay, here's my cleaning schedule. Here are the things that I know I have to clean, but now the Christmas decorations are up. So I know I need to make sure I dust those as part of the cleaning schedule, or I need to make sure that I'm switching out the candle for the luminary that I put up for the holiday season. Or if it's springtime, it's time to get back outside and sweep that porch because it's warm enough. We can get back out there and we're going to be spending time out there. So let me add that back to the cleaning schedule. So it is important to just check it, but usually this is something that you'll definitely change quarterly, your cleaning schedule, but every month you should be checking because there are things that could pop up that you're like, oh shoot, I really do need to add that to the list of cleaning for especially this coming month with everything that's going on. Okay, last but not least, you're gonna pick something new to learn. This is my favorite. Oh, I love this so much. And this has changed my life. Because we are a homeschool family, my kids learn new things all the time. And I feel like whatever the new thing they're learning, I'm learning too. But because of that, I started thinking, why don't I do this for myself every month? Like every month I should be picking something new to learn. Whether it's deep diving in all the books that I can check out at the library, or starting to watch videos about it on YouTube, or listening to podcasts about a certain topic that really intrigued me last month and I would love to learn more about it. I need to be doing this every month for myself. And I've done this. I've learned so many different things. I mentioned cycle syncing earlier. That's something that I deep dive learned for a whole month, and then I continued to learn about it because it was so fascinating. And then once I implemented it for myself, I found that it worked exponentially for me. And I said, why aren't more women doing this? But anyway, that's something that it was a once a month thing that I was like, oh, I want to learn more about that. And now I am like deep into it. Another thing that I've learned over the years is herbology. I learned about epigenetics one month. I learned, which was kind of in tow with what my daughter and I are doing. We're the gardeners now. We're still newbies, but I learned very much about the pH of soil. Like it could be very, very niche, but just choose something new to learn. Maybe you want to learn about a new video game or how to create video games. Whatever it is, learn about it. Give yourself the opportunity to learn about it for at least a month and see what you discover. It just helps your brain. Get more wrinkles in your brain. All right? Yes. All right, thank you so much for joining me today for this video. These are the 15 things you need to do at the beginning of every single month. Be sure to save this video because you'll want to watch it again every single month. You can even set a timer in your phone for once a month on the first of every month to come back and watch this video to go through the 15 things, see what you need to do. But also I have a blog post where I list all 15 things. That will be linked down below. So you can just click that and save that as well. Maybe pin it on Pinterest so you'll have it somewhere. But thank you so much for joining me for this video. I can't wait to come back and share more of my hacks with you, and I'll see you soon. Bye.